I remember back in the day, man, I can remember seeing pictures of you and Anthony Hamilton, reading an article, or no, it was a paragraph that Arie wrote about you. And I know you was dealing with Carl Thomas back then. Can you tell me how you met those people, or had interactions with those type of people?
Yeah, shit. When I got to the A, when I started going back after I met Eddie Stokes, once we finally linked up and met and we had chemistry, I started going to 917 Productions to the studio. And you know, me coming from the Memphis, man, that's like real deal savage street shit going on in the M. So we didn't have the kind of culture that the A had, but I've always been kind of to it. I've always been attracted to culture, especially black culture. I'm in 917 studio and I'm walking down the hallway. I look upside the wall and I see this sister on there with a head wrap on, dark skin, shit with a long garb on and a head wrap. I stopped. I said, man, who the fuck is this? I had never seen it. You know, nobody dressed like that. I've been in the M, man. We've been getting down for the crowd. We gangsta walk. You know what I'm saying? So I see a motherfucker with some African shit on that shit. Boy, who the fuck is this? I like that kind of girl. Who is this? And they start laughing at me. Eddie Stokes said, man, that's an artist. She come through here. Such. I said, oh, okay. So I stood there about 3 more minutes and just gawked at the woman, man. All on the wall. Just looked at her, looked at how she was dressed and shit. Left it alone, went on in the studio. About 40 minutes later, somebody hit the door. The nigga tell me, go answer the door for me. I go to the door, answer the door, open the door. Same shit I just seen on the wall, it's in the Arie. So he set me up, man, like I was just gonna freeze up. I really stomped down, looked down, beat my bottom lip. I'm grilling at the time, man, young mouth on. I was grilling, but I got a dashiki on myself. So I see her, I look at her, and we smile, and she standing at the door like, you gonna let me in? So I let her on in the studio, and she walked to the back. I'm gawking at her. I'm really digging what she putting down. You know, I'm picking up what she putting down. So we gone on to the back of the studio, shit happened and shit. Then that's when but that's how I met India at 917 Productions, Eddie Stokes spot. I met Truth Hurts through there too, Sherry Blue, Keisha Jackson. I don't know if she was actually signed, Millie Jackson daughter. I don't know if she was actually signed in 917, but she was coming through that dropping soul and shit too. Man, it was a soulful experience, man. When I
but you really never told us how you got that paragraph inside that CD cover back in the day. Yes, sir.
Oh, man, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we became best friends because I was on the heels. I wouldn't let it go. I was a true fan and slightly, really was digging on India, man. Like, I had never seen that kind of woman, and she was so poised and so and Yaga, you should do this, and and I was digging on that shit. So we started talking and we became best friends. And she, like I said, she went to Motown before I got to Motown. So we would talk all night and day, man. We'd be 3 o'clock in the morning writing songs. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, she put me in the car with her one day, like, you want to go somewhere? I'm like, yeah, I want to go somewhere. So she put me in the car with her one day, grabbed her guitar, acoustic guitar, threw it on the back of her shoulder, and took me to a place called, I don't think it was called the Underground. I was going to say the Underground, the Warehouse. And it was a warehouse, and it was just like a big warehouse building, but they had a little spot in the warehouse where they used to do shows and open mics and shit. We walked through the door. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know how big she was in the A at the time. We walked through the back door, they let us in, we pull up in the alley. They let us in the back door, I stood out in the crowd and shit, looking at her. And they said, oh God, y'all, we gonna bless y'all today with some gracious this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So they invited her on stage. She went on stage, man, sat down and pulled the piano, the guitar out the motherfucking bag, man. Rocked them folks so goddamn hard. It fucked me all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I was with the motherfucker, and I didn't know that this was what was about to happen. It fucked me all the way up.
So that is probably one of your fondest moments with India Arie there?
Yeah, I could talk about some more moments, but that's one of them. You know, that's one of them that's real memorabilia. You know, I could talk. We rolled, man. She used to take me to all the vegetarian restaurants at the time. I was a lot more in tune with that type of thing when I was in the food, how we ate and all that, because we was really on that back then, really on what we were doing and how we were eating and how we were drinking and the way we recorded, the way we performed. You know, coming through 917, I will say, man, coming through 917 with Eddie Stokes, it was more than just going to record. This shit was a university, pardon me. This shit was like a university, man. I learned a bunch.